Hello, welcome again. How to welcome a guest in an amazing way. So, how do you welcome your guests? How do you make them feel at home when they are not at home? You make them feel loved, you make them feel welcomed, and they would never want to go back to where they're coming from because of how much you have shown them, how well you can entertain them, how well you can take good care of them in an hospitable way, and they won't always want to come back, making them feel at home when they are not at home. Now, this brings us to our topic, which is what? Entertainment at home. Okay, now, how do you entertain? Entertainment in the home, and what we should do while we entertain. Now, there are some things you need to get familiarized with in the course of this study. So you'll be able to explain the meaning and importance of entertainment. You would be able to state all the procedures and ways of preparing for entertainment. And when it's your birthday coming up, so you know what to do and how to plan it properly. Okay, outline the characteristics of a good host and hostess. So you would know what a host and a hostess is, and then you will know the characteristics of a good host and hostess. Now let's get started. Now, families often receive and entertain visitors at home, guests at home. People come to visit you, your cousins, your aunties, your uncles, they come home to stay for a period of time, or you go out to visit these people, okay? Now, maybe you're having occasions such as your birthday, baby warming, housewarming, parties, and all of the, where people that love to celebrate. So when we're having one of these parties or celebrations, now there's a whole lot of preparation that takes place, from how to entertain guests, what to cook, what they would drink, and then all of this preparation is what entertainment is all about. How to entertain your guests, how to make them feel welcomed, how to make them feel a-okay when they come visit us. Now, let's look at the meaning of entertainment. What is entertainment? Okay, it means receiving people in the home and giving them food, drinks, etc., and whatever you can give them. So when you invite people to the house, you're cooking for them, you're giving them food, you're giving them drinks to what? To feel happy. You actually make people feel happy when they come to your house, and you leave them with a mark. When they leave, and they'll be like, oh, I love the way they welcomed us. I love the way they entertained us. Okay, haven't you ever been somewhere where they entertained you properly and then you wished you had to go back? Okay, now that's what entertainment is. So people would have to learn to do what? To entertain people, to do what? Make them feel happy, feel at home when they are not at home. That's what entertainment is all about. Now, let's look at the importance of entertainment. Importance of entertainment. Entertainment is a way of building good relationship among people. Yes, very true. Now, when you entertain people, you're bonding, and then you're creating lasting relationship with them, because it is something that they would not forget, how you actually related and how you treated them. People remember what you do to them. How you treat them, that's what they go with. So entertainment is a way of bonding good relationship with people. Another one is that it gives you practice in being a host or a hostess. Okay, now it gives you practice. Now, a host is the person, is the male that invites his guests to entertain them. Now, the host is the female that does what? Invites people to do what? To entertain them. So when you say a host and a hostess, they are people that invite people, but the difference is that the host is the man and the hostess is the female, okay, that actually welcomes people to celebrate with them. So when you entertain people, you learn, the decorum to want to know how to treat and make people feel happy, because you're practicing it, how to entertain, how to welcome people, how to make them feel happy, because that's what entertainment is all about. So that's what you got to learn. Another one is that it is a way of showing and sharing love. When you entertain people, you're sharing love, and then you're showing love, you're making people feel welcomed. Another one is that it makes people, that's the host and the hosts, the hostess, the guest. Now, the person that goes to visit to share in the joy of the host or hostess is referred to as the guest. So it makes all of them happy. The host is happy, the hostess is happy, the guest is happy for having received, quite an ambiguous welcome and then celebration, none of that. So everybody is happy, for the guests to have come, because if you're having a party, all of these people form, your event. If you have a party and then people don't show up, you would not like it. So it is important. Everybody is important in the game of what? Entertainment. The host, the hostess, the guests, because all of these are the components that make what? Your entertainment to be superb and welcoming them to be superb. So it makes every party happy. Also, it makes people learn how to treat people, other people. Now, the importance of entertainment is that you would want to treat people the way you want them to treat you. So if you go somewhere and then you just treat people sharply and then you don't entertain them well, of course, they would never come back, or they'll just be like, you leave a mark for them. Oh, that person is not a good entertainer. He doesn't know how to do things for people. So when you entertain properly, it helps to make people learn how to do what? To treat people the way they want to be treated. You have to do that with a smile on your face. You're giving people food and drink, okay? They're not begging you, you're entertaining them. So you have to put up smiles to do that. And also you can help people develop interest and acquire skills needed in the hospitality industry. Now, for people that had passion to do what? To open up or thrive in the hospitality business, such as hoteling, restaurant business, fast food, and all of that. So it's in the course of entertainment. A lot of people say, oh, it's just at home where we're cooking and entertaining people, and I just love the art and I just love the skill to do what? To want to cook and entertain people. That's where the flair, came in. So when people do this, they tend to get to learn to do what? Learn these skills to do work in the hospitality industry, maybe in a hotel, and even own yours as well, because the hospitality industry started as what? With the aim of welcoming people into the home. That's how today we had our hotel and the hospitality industry as a whole, by welcoming guests into our home. We started from welcoming guests into our home and then inviting them and letting them sleep over, and that's how the hospitality industry erupted. Now, it also provides for relaxation, which is necessary for good health. Another importance of entertainment, that it causes you to relax. You just want to relax and then feel okay, to relax, eat food, smile, and be happy. Now, it helps people learn how to serve others. When you entertain, you're serving people and they are liking what you're doing. So it helps people to learn how to do what? To serve other people. Now, let's look at some of the ways of preparing for entertainment. Ways of preparing for what? Entertainment. There are many ways of preparing for entertainment. There are a whole lot of ways you can prepare for entertainment. The first thing first you need to do to prepare for entertainment is that you have to be sending out invitation letters or cards. Now, today we have come to a stage whereby people don't really send out cards or an invitation letter. They do it via WhatsApp, they do it via Facebook, and then as the case may be. But you have to be formal. If it's a formal invitation, you have to do what? Get a letter, or you're going to get a card to get across to your people, the people you want to invite. So you have to get that. Maybe it's a wedding ceremony, you have to get a card. Okay, you don't have to do it just via, in the internet or our social mediums. So you have to do what? Get a card to invite them. Another thing is that you need to prepare for the venue. Where are you going to be having this party? Is it going to be in your house? Are you going to be using a hall? Are you going to be using a garden? So you need to put this into consideration. You have to prepare the venue, and you have to know where you want to use. This is very, very important when you're preparing for entertainment. Another one is that the collection and arrangement of equipment and materials. Okay, now if you're going to be using the hall, of course you're going to decorate it, so you are going to make sure everything is going to be in place. If it's a wedding ceremony, you have to make sure the DJ, the decor, the lights, the backdrops, everything would have to be in place for the event. Okay, another thing is preparation of refreshment and food. Of course, whoever is going to a party thinks of food. Yes, when I'm going to a party, the thing that I think of is the food I'm going to be eating there. It's not like we don't have food to eat or we don't have, but the essence of every party is people think of the food. So we can't come to a party and then at the end of the day say there's no food. So you have to make adequate preparation for refreshment and what food. It is very, very important because that is the sole aim of what entertainment, to give people food to eat and refresh them. So you have to make sure and put all this into consideration. What type of food are you going to be cooking? Okay, and put all of that in place. Now we want to look at the common styles of serving food. There are different ways of serving food. We want to look at some of the styles and patterns that people use in serving food. Now the first one we have here is tray service. Tray service. Okay, now this is common here. Food and drinks are served in individual trays. Okay, people put the food on the tray and then you are served in a tray. Now tray service is common. We tend to see it whereby you're served using a tray. Now this is one type or style of what? Service. Now another one is the family style service. Now a whole lot of us are familiar with this type of service. Okay, now when food is placed, dinner is arranged and each person's place, and then the food is put in serving dishes on the table. Now either it's passed from one person to the other, and then you just pick what you want to eat. Okay, now everybody takes what they want to eat. That's the family style service. It's on the table, mommy and daddy, everybody's seated down, and then you're sitting down, and the food's already in serving dishes on the table. So you have your plates, everybody have their plates for them, and then okay, I need the coleslaw, I need the rice, and then the meat, and you just pick, and everybody gets that. That's the family style service. Not everybody tend to do this formally at home, okay, but this is one type of service, and it's called the family style service. Another one is the plate service. A lot of us are familiar with this type of service, the plate service, okay? Now, food is placed in each person's plate in the kitchen or from a corner, okay? Now, food can be dished from a warm corner, like from a food warmer. We said earlier, now, for some events where they're using a hall, so one can actually just get food warmers, your coolers, and you put your food inside, cooked food, and then you get your plate and you're dishing out, and then you're going to serve guests in a plate, and you give them, and then they eat. Also, it's either you're doing that from the kitchen. At home, most of us, we do plate service, okay? Food is put in the plate, and then it's brought to us, or we take them and then we eat. So that's the type of service, plate service, where food is already dished in the plate and then it's presented to the guest to eat. Another one is a buffet. Now, buffet is becoming very, very common, okay, and it is believed that it's an easy way to entertain people, okay, a large number of people, to entertain them. You just cook, whatever you're cooking, you just put them in the tray and their stands, and people just go there, and pick what they want. And then, okay, today they have people standing, even while it's a buffet service. Now, people still stand around because some persons might be greedy to pack a whole lot. And then, when someone is standing, there's caution. You have to take what you can eat. So buffet, guests are allowed to serve themselves. They are allowed to serve themselves. You just pick what you want and then you go back to your seat. So we find this type of services in weddings, and some quite an elaborate event where there are a whole lot of people to serve. So this is easier rather than going from table to table. People just stay on a queue and then they go get their food and then they go back to sit down to eat. That is one type of service. Now, let's look at the general characteristics of a host and hostess. Now, let's look at what is expected of a host and a hostess. Now, the first thing is that they need to plan the party thoughtfully and prepare in advance. You can't just wake up and say, oh, this weekend I'm having my wedding. Nobody does that. So you would have to do what? Plan towards it. You have to plan, and you have to give people time to do what? To plan themselves. So you don't just barge into people and say, okay, next week Wednesday, this Wednesday or next Thursday, I'm having my baby dedication, I'm doing this. So no, you have to plan the party thoughtfully and prepare in advance towards it. Also, you have to plan on the menu and activities of the party. Let's say you're having your birthday. What type of food do you want to? Is it going to be a cocktail party where guests are just going to stand around and just get finger foods to eat? So you have to plan. Is it something where you're going to sit out, and then you have to plan out the activities for the party? So people, we said one of the importance of entertainment is that people want to relax and have fun. So if you're going to be having the party, so you have to put out activities that will be lively and to carry everybody along, and also plan on the menu. So planning is very, very important. Also, you need to clean and decorate your home or venue for the event. Maybe you're using your home, you have to arrange it properly. You have to see that it is kept, because you're not going to be inviting people into the house and then everywhere is not looking clean. So you have to make sure it's clean. And if you're going to be using a venue, an event center, you have to make sure that it is accurately decorated to the event taste. And also, you need to be friendly, warm, and enthusiastic. Now, as a host and hostess, you have to be friendly. When people are coming to your event, you have to be, receive them in a friendly and a warm way. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Go around, meet them. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're good. So they too would feel happy and welcomed for coming to your party. Now also, get everything ready before time. Make sure everything is ready before time. Another thing is that you need to decide on the following thing. You need to do what? The date of the party. You need to decide on the date of the party. Okay? Now, decide on the date of the party, and also when the invitation gets to the people you're going to be inviting. So when you're putting up the date, if it's going to be let's just say whenever you're going to pick your date, at least you should give people a week or 2 weeks notice to your event, so they too might have gotten their calendar all marked up for other events. So if you don't tell them early, they too might not likely be available for your event. So it's important that you do what? Give them the dates quite early so they too can plan ahead. And also the number of persons or people you want to invite, very important. Another thing, you need to know that you need to say, oh, is it just 100 persons, 50 persons? I'm looking at inviting 20 persons. So the number of persons you're inviting would help you plan your refreshments and the space that you would use as well. And the kind of food to be served. Are you just going to do one type of food? Is it just going to be fried rice? Is it going to be, you're going to decide the kind of food to be served, or you're going to do swallow and all of that. And also the activities of the party, like we said earlier, very, very important. Now, as a guest, you too also have a responsibility to play. So we're going to look at the responsibility of guests as well that are coming to celebrate with the host and hostess. Now, one thing you should do is to reply to the invitation to the party. Is it that you're going to accept or you're going to decline? And if you're going to decline, you're going to do that as soon as possible. Now, in this part of the country, we don't get to respond to invitations. Now, when they give you an invitation, you just pick it and, okay, I will come. You don't even get back to the person that invited you to let them know whether you are coming or you're not coming. And now, we see this on our invitation card, RSVP. Some people have coined it to be rice and stew, very plenty, but that's not what it is. Okay, now that's a French term that is, plainly says reply if you please. Now, if you're given an invitation and then you're not going to be available, you can just kindly call up the host or the hostess to tell them, oh, please, I'm so sorry, this date I would not be able to make make it, and then you have to reply, tell them you're not coming. So rather than just leaving them, because whoever is inviting you has 50% in mind, and if they send out 50 invitations, they're assuming that the 50 persons will come because they did not give them a feedback to whether they are coming or they are not coming. Now also, if you're going to come, you have to respond by accepting the invitation, so the person knows that, oh, this person is coming. Now it will help them plan to how many persons they are going to be preparing for. This is very, very important. We are not doing it, so I think it's something we should be doing. If you're invited for an event, let the host and hostess know whether you are coming or not, so it will help them plan, reduce or increase what they plan to serve. Another one is that dress properly for the party. When you are invited as a guest, you have to dress properly for the party. Look at the type of party and dress in a way that is suitable for the party. You don't dress shabbily, you don't dress, inappropriately to the party. You must dress properly, and also you must cooperate with the host and hostess. Okay, whatever they tell you to do, say sit down here, you sit down, and then don't be rowdy, don't cause chaos, because you are invited to a party or to an event. Okay, you have to cooperate with the host and hostesses. Okay, do not be late to the party, and then even if you're late, you just, oh, I'm so sorry, I came in late, I had one or two things run around and all of that. So you need to just tell them and let them not feel bad if you came late for the event or party. So these are some of the things as a guest. Okay, don't engage the host and hostess in a long conversation. Other people are there, so if you engage them in a long conversation, they might be distracted to attending to other guests. So it's very important that you take note of this as well. And now you have to treat all the guests in a friendly way. You are invited to a party, so, and you have all the guests there, so you have to treat them well. Hey, you have the opportunity to make new friends, so you just say hi and talk to other people and treat them nice and friendly. Also, do not misbehave during the party. A lot of guests have been found wanting in this. Now they go to parties and they're acting all uncalled for. This is not necessary. As a guest, you have to behave yourself. Do not misbehave in or during the party. Now also, take part in all the activities planned in the party. Now a lot of people come to an event and they're just seated, they are in a nonchalant way, like, let them just finish and let me go. I came here to eat the food. No, that's not why you're invited. Okay, if there are activities for the party, participate. Just do everything that was planned out. It's going to be fun, and the host and hostess will be happy that you came around. And then do not engage in long private conversations with the hosts and ignore other guests. Now, have you ever been somewhere and you've invited you and some persons are talking and it seems like you're not there? Now it's quite awful. So please, when you're invited, make sure you carry everybody along, talk to other people. Don't just engage in a long conversation like every other person does not exist. Now, that's a party or an event where other people are available. So it is very good that you don't engage in long conversation. Just talk and let every other person be carried along. And finally, you have to be polite. You have to be polite. Talk to people nicely and do the right thing to represent. Okay, now there's another part of entertainment, which is table laying, to make everything look artistically beautiful. Now, table laying is very, very important. It's very, very important in any event. Now, table laying is the process of setting a table. Simply, is a process of setting a table. Now, it means the arrangement of tableware or table appointments for each person to eat. Now, have you ever been to a restaurant or a fast food or a hotel where the tables are well laid? Look, when you go in and you feel princely, you feel kingly, and all of this because of the way everything is set up. The table appointments are all top notch and they're looking very beautiful. And then you feel very elated to eat in such a place or on a cover to the cover that has been laid out for you to eat. Now that's what table laying is. Now the importance of table laying, it makes the dining look more attractive when you're eating, and then everywhere is looking good. It's very beautiful. Okay, it makes it look. The table looks very attractive and makes the meal more enjoyable. Everything is at place. The cutleries, they are at easy reach. Everything is, it makes the meal more enjoyable. As you're eating, you eat, and then you're okay. Now it makes the meal more convenient to eat. When the table is well laid out, it makes the meal more convenient to eat. Okay, you don't have to stress to pick these and some things are not there. It makes it more convenient to eat. Also, it helps in training younger children and table manner. Now, when the table is well laid, they know the etiquette, they know what is expected of them and what is not expected of them as well. So when the table is well laid, they get to know what is expected. So children are taught how to behave, the do's and don'ts, what not to do when they're on the table. So it helps them to work on their table manner. Let's look at some of the materials or items for table laying. Now these materials are also referred to as what? Table accompaniments. These are the things that you see on the table when they are laid. Okay, now the table appointments as well. Now you have your tablecloth, you have your side plates, also you have your meat fork, you have your wine glass, crude set, you have your flower vase or a centerpiece. Also, you have your table napkin, you have your placemat, and your bread knife. Now, all of these things are meant to make the table look very beautiful and very attractive. Now, your fork and then your fork is supposed to be on your left and then your spoon on your right. Now, these are some of the ways you can one each away from the table, and then you place them in a way that they look very, very beautiful for the table, that when someone comes in to eat, they feel, we looked at all of the importance. Now it makes the food, the meal, an exciting one. Everything is placed and then one is eaten. Okay, let's go to our ExamGuide app and visit some questions and practice on some questions that we have learned so far today. Okay, a female who receives and entertains guests is called we have A, hostess, B, model, C, waitress, D, host, E, receptionist. Now, remember what we talked about, the host and hostess. Now, a female host who receives and entertains guests is called what? Is she a hostess or a model, a waitress, a host, or a receptionist? Now, the correct answer is hostess. Hostess. A female who receives and entertains guests is called a hostess. Now, a male who receives and entertains guests is what? A host. Okay, is a host. So this is the correct answer. A is the correct answer because a female who entertains and receives guests is called a hostess. Now let's look at this question. A breakfast meal should not include. A breakfast meal should not include. A, we have semovita. B, omelette. C, we have pineapple juice. D, we have fried plantain. E, we have chocolate drink. Now a breakfast meal should not include. Now breakfast is supposed to be a light meal, isn't? And let's look at the options again. Semovita. Is semovita supposed to be? Is it supposed to be a breakfast meal? Of course not. So semovita is the answer to this question because it should not include a what? A breakfast meal. Your omelette, yes, can go. Your pineapple juice, your fried plantain, your chocolate drink, all these are meals that can be included in your breakfast menu, but not semovita. So semovita is the correct answer here. It is not to be included in your breakfast menu. Now, what is the last course of a meal called? What is the last course of a meal called? We have appetizer, B, we have dessert, C, we have dinner, D, we have snack, E, we have lunch. Now, what is the last course of a meal called? Okay, now, is it appetizer, is it dessert, is it dinner, is it snack, or lunch? Now, the correct answer here is dessert. Dessert is the correct answer. You know, the first course is your appetizer, then you have your main dish, and then you have your dessert. So dessert is the last course of a meal. Dessert is the correct answer. Okay, the following are common styles of serving food except dash service. The following are common styles of serving food except dash service. A, we have plate. B, we have family style. C, we have buffet. D, we have tray. E, we have pot. You remember we talked about that? Now, which of the following are common styles of serving food except we have plate service? Yes, this is one style of serving food. We have family style service, is one style. We have the buffet. Yes, this is one style of serving food. We have the tray service. It is one style of serving food. Do we have the pot style of serving food? No. So the correct answer here is E, pot. Pot is not a common style of serving food. So the correct answer here is pot. It is not. Okay, let's look at this question. The list of dishes available at a restaurant is called. The list of dishes available at a restaurant is called. A, we have card. B, we have plan. C, we have invoice. D, we have menu. E, we have a docket. Which of these is a list of dishes available at a restaurant? Is it a card, plan, invoice, menu, docket? The correct answer here is menu. The menu is that list of dishes that is available in a restaurant that tells you what is available in the restaurant. So you're able to get familiarized with the list before you can place an order to what you want. Okay. Now let's look at this question. Which of the following habits is commendable while eating? Which of the following habits is commendable while eating? A, chewing food with mouth closed. Talking with food in the mouth. C, dancing to music. Playing with cutleries. E, chatting on the phone. Now, which of the following habits is commendable while eating? You know, we talked about table manners. Now, which of these can we say is commendable? Is it by talking with food in the mouth? No, this is bad. It's not commendable. Is it by dancing to music? You're eating and you're dancing? No, that can lead you to choking. It's not a good habit. Playing with the cutleries? No, making noise with the cutlery. That's not a commendable habit. Now, another one is chatting on the phone. It's not commendable to do or chat on the phone where you're eating. Now, the correct answer to this question is chewing food with the mouth closed. Chewing food with the mouth closed. This is commendable. Whenever you're eating, make sure your food is your mouth is closed and you're chewing, nobody's seeing what is in your mouth. So chewing food with the mouth closed is what a commendable food habits that you should, or eating habits that you should practice and imbibe. Thank you for participating in today's class. You can practice more questions using the ExamGuide app. Now, the app scores and gives a detailed explanation of all the questions at the end of your practice test. You can learn a particular topic of interest with different modes like the study mode, mock mode, and practice mode. It also has other features that make learning fun. It is a must-have for every serious student. I know you're that serious student. Now you can download the app from www.examguide.com. If you don't have it yet, please do. I'll see you in our next class. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and share the videos to your friends, your family. I'm sure they'll benefit from it as well. Bye for now.